future when several F-35 fighters are fighting in the sky. A huge monster suddenly appears close to the opponent's face. When the opponent's pilot rubs his eyes in disbelief, this 60-ton behemoth actually disappears behind him after a backflip like a ballet dancer. This is not a UFO, but the almighty king of the Eastern Power. The 6th-generation stealth fighter of J-36 is watching the chickens fighting. When F-35 is still palpitating and wandering in the sky, China's J-36 is holding the definition of cross-generational crushing firmly in its palm with 3 roaring engines. This aerial behemoth, temporarily named Ginkgo Leaf, has a 23-meter fuselage and a takeoff weight of 60 tons. But it can cruise at an altitude of 30,000 meters at a speed of nearly Mach 3, and can also complete precise penetration at an ultra-low altitude of 12 meters. The rolled-up vortex sweeps across the surface like a death scythe. The combat radius of the J-36 fighter is 3,500 kilometers. It has covered the first island chain in the Pacific and reached the base of the second island chain. The traditional forward deployment of the United States has become a target. The simulation of the Pentagon shows that its sensor fusion quantum radar can easily detect enemy targets 1,000 kilometers away. The terahertz electromagnetic capability can give the United States early warning before the battle. The aircraft is blinded, plasma stealth technology. Even if the F-35 uses IRST detection, the range of its detection is still reduced to within 10 kilometers. It will be close to the face within 10 seconds. There is no way to intercept it. Foreign media continue to sigh. The behemoth with a fuselage of 23 meters and a wingspan of 19.2 meters. Through its tailless diamond wing design and nano absorption coating, it can maintain a radar cross-section of 0.001 square meters, 2 turbofan 10C engines, plus a mysterious dorsal auxiliary engine, long-distance cruise of more than 2.5 Mach. This is not a fighter in the traditional sense. This is countless sky deterrence platforms in the future. The J-36 fighter jet combines long-range strategic bombing, high-speed stealth raid, and represents China's bold departure from the traditional fighter model. The J-36's diamond-shaped flying wing and tailless layout completely subvert the traditional aerodynamic logic. The 4 independently controlled wing surfaces can achieve air braking with scissor-like opening and closing, and can complete a 180-degree turn within a radius of 200 meters. The flexibility crushes the traditional model. 2 turbofan variable cycle engines, plus a 3rd domestically produced ACE engine, produce a total thrust of more than 50 tons, and the thrust-tow-weight ratio is 215% of the F-22. At the highest speed, it can pass through the Taiwan Strait in 2 minutes and approach Tokyo in 25 minutes. What is more deadly is that its radar cross-section is only equivalent to a seagull passing through the radar screen. When the Aegis system finally captured the signal, the J-36's Mach 10 air-launched missile had penetrated the anti-missile network. 8PL-17 Ultra, long-range air. 2 air missiles, in conjunction with 6PL-15 missiles, formed a 1,000-kilometer 3-dimensional hunting chain, specifically targeting early warning aircraft and refueling aircraft. The error of destruction is no more than the distance between the delivery man and you when he knocks on the door. 4 Eagle Street Wright 21 hypersonic missiles, 1 sinking aircraft carriers from thousands of kilometers away. Before landing, it will send WeChat payment codes to the opponent's aircraft carriers. 16 smart glide bombs, relying on quantum communication data links. The error of receiving satellite coordinates is less than 15 meters. Laser cannon module and optional electromagnetic cannon, superimposed flash charging and flash connection capabilities. In short, at the moment when its main bomb bay is opened, the enemy radar operator may see a hunting scene similar to Interstellar, and a deep fear of the Eastern Power that can never be contained. Unlike isolated Western fighters, the J-36's side-by-side cockpit can be positioned as an air command center. In a simulated exercise in 2025, it demonstrated control of 48 Dark Sword suicide drones. The tactical naming was jokingly called Michuan Takeout Special Military Operations Edition, and created a drone swarm attack that can saturate the aircraft carrier's defense system within 30 seconds. Chinese netizens call this the Tathagata Palm has not been met, but the forward killer has arrived. When the Guam base recently added new training subjects, it has trained personnel on how to keep smiling when the J-36 passes by. The combat radius of this aerial monster covers the entire first island chain and reaches the second island chain. The radar can even disconnect Wi-Fi as far away as Hawaii. The new slang for American pilots is, what if you are locked by the J-36? The best answer is, post to moments first after all. That is your last time to work. While the West is still arguing about the standards for the 6th generation aircraft, China is already preparing to paint the X-Wing fighter from Star Wars the same matte gray as the J-20. The J-36 6th generation stealth aerospace fighter reminds the West that in the future, air combat will either be won by technology or by imagination. The most fatal thing at present is that the Chinese obviously want both.